Hello everyone, this is Jan from orJANics 50nRaw, and this is my friend Cindy. Cindy found my YouTube channel and has been following me for I don't know how long, Cindy?
Since the end of March.
Since the end of March. And so she lives really close to where I live, so we've developed a nice relationship with each other, and she comes by the studio to visit me. And so, okay, just tell me a little bit about your health history.
Well, I was in the Army and I was hit by lightning, and so I have a lot of health issues from that. I have PTSD, traumatic brain injury, just little things from that. And then as I progressed in years, I began to have diabetes and high blood pressure and high cholesterol.
So what had you been doing to treat how you've been feeling?
Okay, so 2 years ago in April, I started juicing. I read about juicing, and so I started juicing, and every day I would juice carrots and apples because that was the only recipe I had. And so I just juiced them, and then someone said, oh, you should put ginger in that. And I started going to a swimming pool, a community swimming pool we joined, and I would go over there every morning. And I can't swim, so I use a floaty thing. Okay, so anybody can go to a swimming pool. And so I would use that, and I would swim laps for like half an hour every morning. And then I would do water aerobics. And so I did that, and I got my blood sugar down to a normal number, and my cholesterol was going down, and my blood pressure. And then I went to Mississippi for 5 months.
So how were you eating during that time? How was your eating?
Well, I was in Mississippi, and so you eat Mississippi food.
You were eating Cajun food?
Not really. It's more southern.
Were you eating like fried chicken and all that kind of stuff? Yeah. So you weren't juicing anymore?
I took my juicer. I took a juicer there, and I juiced some while I was there. But you know, everybody wanted to go out or, you know, cook out.
It's that going out that is so hard.
You either go out, cook out, or go to somebody's house and eat.
Yeah, it's so true.
And
so when you found my channel, where were you in your...
I had sort of, like, not really quit, but I had slowed down to a very slow point. You know, it was a long winter here for us. And so I had sort of quit, and my blood pressure had gone back up, my sugar had gone back up, you know, everything, all my numbers. And so I knew what I needed to do. I just didn't know how to do it, and everybody kept telling me about you. And so I thought, well, I'm going to take my husband because I want to buy a machine. And so when I came over to meet you, I brought him because I knew that he would want to buy a machine, and we use it every day.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Twice a day.
Yeah, the machines are great. So as far as the YouTube channel goes and the raw food diet, what have you done with that since you started watching the channel, since we met?
Okay, yes, I've been, I did a week in April of raw. And I did really good. I only had 1 slice of pizza that whole week for lunch. And everybody around me was eating, but I ate raw that whole week. And then I tried a juice fast, and I started it at like 5 o'clock in the evening. I was going to do it the whole weekend, but I only did 24 hours, and that was enough of just a juice fast for me. A juice fast was not for me. But I do still juice, and I do still do the smoothies, and I get your recipes, and I've just been reading books. I bought all but one of the books that you've told me about, you know, that I should buy.
Which one was your favorite so far?
I really liked the Fit for Life because I liked how they explained
real simple.
Just eat fruits and drink juice until noon.
Yeah. And
then you can start doing your real eating. I thought that was like really simple.
Yeah. I talked to somebody yesterday how we're told that when we get up we got to eat protein when we get out of bed, and actually our body's natural cycle, we're still in elimination and cleansing until about 11 or 12. So you dump some protein into your system, and it makes you acidic, and it now weighs down your digestive system. And so it makes you tired, and yeah, it might fill up your tummy, but and keep you full for a while because it's sitting there so long to digest. That's why you don't get hungry, because it takes so long to digest all that. But actually the better thing to do is to just kind of keep it light on the fruits and the vegetables, the smoothies, the juices, some bananas if you need something heavy in the morning, and then at lunchtime have your heavy meal.
Right.
So I talked to somebody about that yesterday, and they're like, now it makes sense. If you're eating cooked food and you want to have eggs and tacos or whatever, have them for lunch. Don't have them for breakfast. Have smoothies for breakfast and have whatever you want at lunchtime. But anyway, so okay, what are you doing now?
Well, let me just tell you, on the week of Raw, I lost like 10 pounds, I think. And so now I've lost about 13.
So Cindy's going to do this for the month of June.
Whole month.
The whole month of June. So, yeah, what do you anticipate will be the hardest part of doing this for a month?
My family not doing it also.
Now I know you have a plan where on Sundays you're going to eat with your church cooked food. So tell us about that.
Okay, on Sundays I will eat with the church. We always go out to eat, and usually everywhere we go they have like a broth-based soup and a salad, and so that's what I plan to have. I might have some chicken, like cowboy chicken has that grilled or rotisserie chicken, and so I might have some of that.
See, and that's something that I love about Cindy's plan is that you know, she's allowed herself her cooked food days with her church on Sundays. So she had a plan made before she started. She didn't start June 1st and say, oh gosh, I feel so weak. I don't think I'm going to make it. But what's really good is you can look forward to Sundays. You know, if you want to eat something cooked during the week, you're craving it, you can say, in your head, you know, on Sunday, I'm going to eat cooked food. And that's what really helped me a lot when I started in October 14th, was knowing that I had given myself permission to have a Thanksgiving cooked food day, and then I knew I was going to have a Christmas cooked food day and a New Year's cooked food day. So I knew I had those things to look forward to. So it's almost psychology. If I was craving pizza during the time, I would say, you know what? When it's my cooked food day, I'm going to make sure I have a slice of pizza. And then sure enough, cooked food day comes, and I really don't care about the pizza at all. So it just is a way to overcome what's going on in your head. So I like that you had a plan. I really did. I really thought that was very, very smart. Now my suggestions to you is don't let yourself get hungry. You know, eat a big salad. Before I came in here, I had one whole head of romaine, and I needed another one. So I should have had 2 whole heads of romaine. I want to eat until I'm like, feel as satisfied as I did when I was eating cooked food. And then just don't eat a lot of nuts. Just keep your nuts down to like a little handful, you know, in your dressings and everything, because sometimes what raw fooders mistake that they do is they eat too much fat, and they end up getting like over 50% of their calories from fat, and most of your calories should come from your fruit. Vegetables don't have a lot of calories, but your fruit is where you should get a lot of your calories. So that would be my advice. If you're going to go out to eat with your son at lunch, eat before you take him out. Take a smoothie with you. You know, take a smoothie in your purse or in your bag or whatever, and a mason jar with a lid, and sit there at the table and drink it. And they're all wonderful ideas, but they are hard to do at that time, I know, because I have to go to restaurants too. And that's usually if I'm going to give in to a moment of weakness, that's when it's going to be. When I'm out with everybody and I'm hungry and I'm not prepared and everybody's eating and gorging themselves, and I'm just, you know, it doesn't feel good. It's frustrating.
I have a little container, and it's like 2 cups, and I put my nuts in that and the 2 Brazil nuts every day, and I put pecans and walnuts and cashews. And so that's like what I eat throughout the day, or if I'm going to have nuts. And I don't eat salad dressing, so I'm not getting any fat from that.
That's good.
And so my real fat, I guess, would come from
just from the nuts.
And so I have 2 cups a day, but throughout the day.
You have 2 cups of nuts? Okay.
Yeah, because I figure since I'm not eating salad dressing, I should get some fats from somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah. 2 cups is a lot.
Well, I don't eat it all at once.
Yeah, that's true.
It's throughout the day.
You should, you know, you should do chronometer your stuff.
Yeah.
Did you chronometer?
I haven't I haven't done that this week, but I'm going to. I have signed up for it, and I did it for a couple of days, and I saw that the days that I did the juice and the smoothies, I was getting all of my numbers, and then the days that I ate, there was a lot of empty numbers there, and a lot of numbers in the red.
Yeah, it's amazing because people, a couple weeks ago, I had somebody ask me, well, how do you know you're getting everything that you need from your diet? And I told them, well, how do you know you're getting everything you need? And people assume that because they eat cooked food and they eat whatever they want, that they're getting all the nutrition they need, when actually they're very nutrition deficient. And he laughed and he said, oh, I'm getting more than I need. Well, if he's talking about calories, yes, he's getting more calories than he needs. But if he's talking about phytochemicals and enzymes and probiotic and vitamins and minerals, he's deficient. So, you know, that's always something to, in a really nice way, point out to people, well, how do you know you're getting enough nutrition? You know, how do you know you're not getting too much triglycerides? You know, people are always really concerned about us, but not really concerned about themselves. They think they're okay. Yeah, so I would definitely chronometer what you're eating, and then that'll show the truth right there. If you're getting too much fat, if you're getting too much protein, if you're that'll be the facts right there.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because you want to make sure, especially since you're just starting, that you are getting enough nutrition. So
I'm not hungry. I don't feel hungry, and because I've been transitioning into this since the end of March, I don't feel like I'm having a lot of the side effects that I had when I first started doing it. You know, it's just sort of like easy.
Yeah,
and
it's good.
Yeah.
And she looks awesome. I mean, you look 10 years younger from when I first met you. You do. You do. She's slimmed down. She was really bloated. And she's not bloated anymore. I mean, you just look great. So I'm proud of you.
Well, and the vitamin D, you kept telling me you get your vitamin D checked.
Oh yeah, tell them that story.
And so I got my vitamin D checked, and they said you're a 10.24.
Which is, like, I don't know how she's walking, okay?
Yeah, and I had been sleeping a lot, and I didn't know why I was sleeping a lot, but I was just so tired, and so I would just sleep, but if I had something to do, I just went and did it. And so I would sleep, and my husband would be like, you slept all day? And I'm like, yeah, pretty much. And, you know, right now I would be taking a nap.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be in McAllen.
Yeah, you look a lot more energetic than you used to look.
And so I'm doing the liquid vitamin D. No, that's the vitamin B12. The vitamin D, I'm doing 10,000 units a day. And then I started on a vitamin B12, which is a really tasty liquid with 10 cells.
Yeah.
And that I'm doing, I do that 2 or 3 times a day. The Thankful.
And how long did it take for the vitamin D to kick in? Because I remember you coming in saying, Jan, when is this vitamin D going to start to work? When is it going to start to work? When am I going to start to feel better?
It took, I think when I started taking the vitamin B12 with that, I think that's really when I started feeling better and having enough energy to stay up all day.
Yeah.
And I would, even at bedtime, I would be ready to go to bed.
Good.
But I wouldn't be like exhausted like I was before.
Good. That's good.
So, you know, and we did that iodine thing.
Iodine patch test.
And it was supposed to be there for like 24 hours, and mine wasn't there but for, what, 3 or 4 hours?
Yeah.
And it was completely gone, so I take one of those. I don't know
I have the Iodoral. It's 13 milligrams of iodine a day, which I take as well because iodine deficiency is related, directly linked to breast cancer. So Cindy, what YouTube channels do you follow that really inspire and motivate you? Okay. Besides mine, orJANics 50nRaw.
My very favorite is orJANics 50nRaw. And then I watch some Megan Elizabeth. I follow her. Fully Raw Christina. Tanny Raw. Some of these are other things. Fruits for Life. been watching her, but I think she's just started.
I don't know her.
Yeah.
Fruit for Life.
She's just started. Rawsome Healthy.
Oh yeah, I follow them every once in a while.
Chris Carr.
I don't know him.
It's a girl.
Oh.
It's the sexy something. The Life Generator. Classy Jade.
Classy Jade, my daughter, of course. Good channel.
And that's pretty much the ones that I watch on a regular basis.
Yeah, that's pretty much who I follow too. I follow one more that you might want to look into called The Fruit Doctor.
Oh.
She's got some good stuff on there. So for Cindy, I brought her a raw hamburger patty and a raw muffin. So that might help you when you need something a little heavy. You know. And all right, guys. So we're gonna check back with Cindy at the end of June and see. We're going to reflect and see, you know, times where she had a hard time, times where she had victory, how she felt, how she's feeling, how she chronographed, and, you know, what she, just her experience, because we can all learn from her journey. So it's pretty fun. So what's your Facebook page?
It's called My Raw Journey.
My Raw Journey. So you guys can look for that. I'm going to look for it.
Yeah.
Everybody's always so concerned when we go raw because we might melt away and disintegrate.
And fit into a size 6 or something.
Yeah, imagine. That'd be wonderful.
Yeah. When I started juicing 2 years ago, I had actually bought that Jack LaLanne juicer like a year before, and it was still in the box. And at that point, I weighed 212 pounds. And I was in a 16.
Wow.
It was very tight.
Wow.
And a 2X in some of my tops. And
you weighed 212 pounds.
I weighed 212
Wow,
pounds.
Cindy.
And then I started juicing, and then, you know, like I said, I went to see my friend and everything. But I said, I'm not going to wear an 18. There is no way I'm going to even buy an 18.
Yeah.
And so I started the juicing, and I weighed, I was at 172 point something after my first week of raw. And now I'm 176 yesterday, and so I was 174 point something, 0.8 I think today. So,
that's awesome. And she wore a size 8 to church on Sunday.
Yes, I did. And I've been wearing a 10, and I'm still wearing a lot of my big baggy clothes because they just feel so comfortable and they're already paid for. And new clothes cost money. And so I want to wait until my goal is to weigh 130 pounds. So I technically have 40 pounds to go. And if I can lose 10 pounds this month, I'm happy. If I lose more, I'm probably going to be ecstatic, and
awesome.
The next interview will be really good.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
You can do it. Okay, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.